So you wouldn't miss the stream? Of course you were mentioned. How's everyone doing today? Welcome. Glad to have you here. Hello. Hello, Asher. Hello, Nova. Welcome. It is always a pleasure having you here with me. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having an amazing day. How's everyone doing, though? Hope you're having a good one. Today we're going to be playing some Love and Deepspace again. More Love and Deepspace. Yes. Love and Deep Fried Love and Deepspace. We got Caleb and Zayne's memory class yesterday. And I'm not gonna lie, dude, I was so nervous gacha pulling yesterday because I was like 20, 50, 70 pulls and I got nothing from the event. And then boom, 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 3 memories. When you have pure skill like that, gambling becomes easy. Of course not. Don't go over gambling, but that's kind of crazy. Hey Conquer, how you doing as well? Made a nice coffee this morning. Was really good. Good morning as well. What time is it for you? Really, for me, it's like 1 p.m. 4 p.m. You know what I've been doing today? I've been getting more into vinyl. I'm not gonna lie, it's surprising how good it is. I've been getting a lot of cheap vinyls from like thrift shops, and you guys know that I love thrifting. So I was like, you know what? I got like a cheap player, like a used cheap player on a promo that I got. And I'm so shocked how good music is coming scratch from a needle. Because that's the thing, like vinyl, you can kind of hear it if you like put your ear to it. You can kind of hear the like very quiet noise when it's just like playing with no sound. It is surprising how good it is. Is it better than digital? No, it's not better than digital. But that's not what it's about. You know what I mean? There's also a vibe to it, of course. You know what I mean? But like, rarely ever do I listen to an album and I just let it play like top to bottom. Well, on vinyl, I'm not gonna like play I'm not gonna discover music on vinyl, but I've been listening to Aha, Queen, Tim Maya, like Brazilian bossa nova, jazz, and MPB, right? And I'm not gonna lie, it's such a vibe. It is actually such a vibe. My ball's freezing. Yeah, it's because it's lagging. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, it is such a vibe. I wouldn't recommend it if you don't give a fuck about music, but if you're trying to disconnect from the internet and like be less online, it's actually really sick. Not gonna lie. Oh yeah, just got here. Hope you're doing all right. Hell yeah, boys love reader. Glad to have you here as well. Yeah, streams are the only thing that keep me alive for my exams. I'm sure you're gonna be doing just fine. Hey Venom, how you doing as well? I see you guys on YouTube too. How you guys doing as well? Hey guys, how you doing as well? How you doing, my friend? Hey, Test, how you doing? Hello. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome. But yeah, I make another coffee. How are you? How did you eat today? Didn't do it now? Of course I did. It's like 4 p.m. Of course I ate today. My problem is eating too much. It's not eating little. It's eating too much. But yeah, how you doing though? Do I make another coffee? Depends. How many did you have today? I mean, as long as you want to. I don't see a reason why not. You know what I mean? Just got here. Hope you're doing all right. Kindred motivates me to gamble. No, I always say this. Doesn't matter if it's even donating to me. I tell people to take it, be financially responsible. That goes double for gacha games. Love and Deepspace. What do I always tell people? You got to play it at least 6 months without putting any money. If you do get joy out of it, then you can put a certain amount. Set an amount. Whatever that be for you that you think is reasonable, because, you know, people's financial situations are different. If you do want to spend money, set an amount and don't go over it. Oh, but I didn't get... Don't do it. Oh, but I really want this out. Don't go over your amount. If you want to play gacha games, I really think gacha games should be like 18 plus. And if you are going to play it, set an amount, however you think it's reasonable, and never, ever go over it. If you lose it, you lose it. That's just the thing of it. Get in like a friend's account, like whatever it is. Get the second account, like to grind some freebies. But never go over your estimated amount. You really got to be careful with those kinds of things. Because otherwise you can get addicted to just the gambling side of it. Like a lot of people, how many people do you know that play Genshin still to this day and they hate Genshin, but they spend so much money on it that they just have like a sunken cost fallacy? You know what I mean? I don't want Love and Deepspace to be that for you. Enjoy the game for what it is. A beautiful game. You know what I mean? Hey, Panda. How are you doing as well? Panda, welcome back, my friend. Glad to have you here. My mom plays Genshin. To be fair, we are getting to an age where, like, a lot of parents, like like a lot of my generation's having kids. And you know, I still play video games, you know what I mean? By the way, if you haven't collected them, the spats and the butterfly symbol on the main screen of LAS just go up to $5.99. I don't know. I mean, I got the memories that I wanted. You know what I mean? I don't plan on gamble more. I already put more my limited amount. Hey, Strawberry, how you doing as well? Hello, Dawn Lights, how you doing too? Welcome. Flunking Mine, Flying Colors. All I said was just, je no comprende. Like the top-up message in the lat says, enjoy but don't get addicted. I mean, that's a great message. I mean, they all say this, mostly because I think they have to. But really is something that you should live by. Don't get addicted to gambling. You know what I mean? I joke around because, like, we're all adults here. My age demographic is like 25 to 35. We're all adults here. You know what I mean? But, like, you really shouldn't be addicted to this kind of stuff. You really shouldn't. You really should be careful. You know what I mean? Hey, Nads, how you doing as well? Oh, yeah. Hey, Sadak Bingo, how you doing as well, friend? Welcome. But yeah, started playing everything. Did everything. I found it so hilarious. It is a really fun game, isn't it? It is a really fun game. Does he have an evil voice? Evil voice? What are you talking about? Hey, Dawn Lights. Hey, Nads. How you doing as well? Welcome, my friend. I see you guys on YouTube as well. Do say hi when you join. If you're watching this on YouTube, share with friends as well. Bring your friends in on Twitch, on YouTube. Do leave a like as well because it helps us show up more on the front page. I know it's annoying to keep asking. I don't do it often, but I do it at the beginning of the stream and every hour or so just to remind people, you know? Really does help out. Hey, Diasomnia, how you doing as well? Say hi, YouTube. And Twitch as well. You got both sides of the continent. You got the purple continent, you got the red continent. You know what I mean? We really should like make like games like fighting over the people on YouTube fight over the people on Twitch. That would be a really fun game to play, wouldn't it? We really should one day do that. Like some people go to the YouTube, some people go to the Twitch, and then we like have like games competing on the two teams. That actually sounds like a really fun time. You know what I mean? Hey, Yucky Yako, how you doing as well? Welcome. That's a deep voice, but hi. I mean, thank you. I mean, it's just my voice. I don't really, you know what I mean? Just kind of how that be. How you doing, though? Yeah, should I read the fanfic I Love at Sushi? I have no idea what that is. But yeah. Like an evil voice? I don't know, Joker maybe? I mean, I have a few like audios that I've done as a villain. But, you know what I mean? You say my name in the voice? How you doing, Asher? How you doing, Asher? Depends on the kind of villain, really, as the thing. Depends on the kind of villain. Because I've done a few villains on my ASMR stories. And, like, for Patreon, right, for example. And, the thing is that, like, it depends on the kind of villain. Some villains are more, like, unhinged, like, psychopathic. They got, like, more, like, unstable vibe to them. While others are more, like, smooth. They have, like, a calm, calculated feel to them. And both have, like, pretty good appeal. You know what I mean? But it really depends on the kind of vibe that you want for each specific character. I really do enjoy it, though. Hey, Polly. How you doing as well? Well, yeah, let's have you here. Welcome, man. Yeah, it's me. You know what I mean? By the way, you guys want to see it's going to be a little bit laggy. So let me... Well, the game is loading anyway. Might as well show you guys. I'm like 90% done with the basic avatar object that I'm making. Making one for Nyla as well. It's also pretty much done. I just need to like finish up the textures. But I am very close to finishing my own as well for VR chat. We definitely should play some more days. You know what I mean? Hey, Mooney, didn't get a notification? Well, you're just in time, so. I'm glad you didn't miss out today. You are just in time. We're still at just beginning of the stream, so you are perfect. That's why you gotta like join the Discord. Sometimes it does notify Twitch and YouTube if you have the notifications on. But sometimes it can be kind of unreliable. That's why I tell people to either get the Discord one, and then what you do is like, a lot of people get overwhelmed because they don't mute the server at all. So what you can do is just mute the general chats and just leave the notification ones. You know what I mean? I have my own like chats muted, for example, in my Discord server, right? Where you can see like, actually the general is not muted, but like a lot of the like side characters, I have them muted. And you can just mute the ones that you don't care about. You know what I mean? And you leave the notifications on. So like, for example, like now we went to live on YouTube and then you get pinged on the ping code thing. So you don't miss out because the YouTube notification system and the Twitch one can become sometimes unreliable. But this is the little model that I'm making. This is default. This is the default body because I just bought it like a base because I'm still in the process of like making. I am gonna make like a original one of my own from scratch, like I've done the head. But this head, I sculpted it myself. I sculpted, retopologized, painted, done everything myself on ZBrush. The hair's commissioned as well. It was Gil that commissioned it. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. Like, check it out. Like, it just looks like a 3D version of my own model. And I think it's really sick. I think it turned out really good. It's got some expressions as well. Like, let me show you. Where's my expressions? You know, see? You got like a smug smile. You see? You got a smug smile. I still need to fix the textures a little bit. The textures are a little bit whack still. That's not the problem with the model. It's the textures. But it's got a smug smile, got a calm smile, got a smile with the mouth open, and a wink as well. I think it's turned out really good. You know what I mean? Don't save the changes. There you go. Still loading the game, by the way. Taking forever, isn't it? Really taking forever. And that's like the new update. I've already updated it. I mean, we played it yesterday. You know what I mean? And you do a high-pitched voice. I don't like doing a high-pitched voice because people think it's very cursed. It sounds like Mickey Mouse. Sounds like Mickey Mouse. It also hurts my throat a little bit. Is it the verified method hot on Discord? No, you just gotta do your intro. That's really it. You know what I mean? But yeah. You just be how that be. Do you think we can... Who do we think Ken is gonna like the most of Love and Deepspace? Have you watched any of my streams? I'm a Silas fanboy. I mean, I'm not like one to say anything, but I mean, just Silas, Raphael, Caleb, you know what I mean? Xavier, actually, Silas, Zayne, Silas, 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 you know, Xavier, Silas, you know, just you could say I have a preference, a little bit of a preference. A little bit of it. I'm sure. You know? I love the tattoo, sir. It's actually my real life tattoo. I can't show it because my camera is not set. I don't have my webcam configured on the right PC. But it is actually like I have this tattoo in real life. I guess I can show you on Instagram. Do I have my tattoos on Instagram? I got this picture of myself. That works. But you see how you can see it's the same as the tattoo. I asked Nyla to trace over it, and I asked her to make an alpha so I could paint it on the model. Alpha is a brush that I can use to basically print the thing. Hey, silly goose, welcome back, my friend. But yeah, would you guys like to play? I've been enjoying it a lot. I really want to like do some more of these like VR chat hangouts with you guys. Do you guys play VR chat? Because I've really been enjoying it, and I really hope that we can like play together some more. I love this silly animation I posted on the Love and Deep Fried channel. It took me a lot. I mean, animation takes a lot of effort, so I do believe that. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey Mingzi, how you doing as well? Welcome, my friend. Hey, you made my day, kid. Hell yeah. Let's get started right away, shall we? Let's not waste any more time. But yeah, today we're doing Zayne's memory and Caleb's memory that we got yesterday. You know what I mean? Not really, no. I mean, would you guys be down to play it though? Because like I really like the thing that I enjoy with like VR chat is that we can like hop in and like chat together. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the times I just have fun like talking to people. So with the fact that like the VR chat, we can just like come in and you can guys like come hang out and we can like do stuff together. You know what I mean? Anyway. Let's get right into it. Where's the date? Let's go with Zayne first. Oh, I gotta this one as well. I really gotta catch up to the other boys. I think Zayne, I have a few memories that I watched here. Oh, it's lagging. Why is the emulator so laggy these days. There you go. Yeah, we got this one. Have you watched this one? Yes, we watched this one. I watched it on a borrow account. Not this one. No, I'm still missing a lot from ZAYNE. Dude, they have so many memories in this game. Yeah, I really gotta catch up. The only one that I'm like kinda catch up, but even not really, is Silas. I really gotta catch up. There's so many memories in this game. But let's get started with this one. But yeah, hey Guts, how you doing as well? Desire to just like the resources for it. You desire one. I have a feeling that you're simp based on Silas. I have a healthy attachment to him. Anyway. Right, let's get started, shall we? The cart's wheels crush the grass as I transport the last batch of supplies into the campsite. Outdoor camping mats, stove, folding chairs. Whew, that's everything. ZAYNE, who's in charge of setting up the tent, looks up from the instruction manual. We're camping.
Thank you for your hard work, Chief of Logistics.
Chief of Logistics? I think it's making it sound more important than we are. It's nothing. This can barely be considered a warm-up. Looking at the tent that has yet to be assembled, I walk over to ZAYNE. Oh yeah? Anybody read the chat? Love yet sushi fanfic? I don't know what that is. Love to join a VR chat, but like I don't have a VR headset. You don't have to have a VR headset. You can just play it on Steam. It's just a PC game. You just gotta click the desktop version. You don't have to have a VR to play VR chat. It's also a free game, so you know what I mean? But yeah. How's our Minister Housing doing? Do you need some help? ZAYNE gives the instruction manual a little shake.
I understand the theory, but I ran into a slight problem with the practical application. If you're willing to help, that would be perfect.
I pick up 2 corners of the unit tent and spread it out. Meanwhile, ZAYNE crouches down to compare our setup with the diagram in the manual. He would be the kind of guy that would like... ZAYNE would be the kind of guy that would like read the manual top to bottom before like starting like a tent or like building something. I just like... I only read the manual if I have like questions or I'm stumped. I'm just a fuck it, we ball kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm an empath. So I just immediately start like doing shit. You know what I mean? He quickly adjusts the crossing poles, then we raise the tent and position it properly. You're somehow a professional and an amateur at this. He's just like me. ZAYNE secures the 4 corners of the tent before pulling out the rainfly from the back.
I can't tell if that was a compliment or a critique. I set up tents during department retreats.
Here, I go get some food. Get some food. Make sure to get some food as well.
Years to keep up with it. Now I can barely remember anything about the outdoors.
Oh, I mean, camping out is really fun. You know, it's always nice to have some outside hobbies. He passes me 1 corner of the rainfly, and we unfold it together in perfect sync.
But it's okay. I've committed the technique for setting up a 2-person tent to memory.
Oh. As we smooth out the rainfly, ZAYNE walks over to my side and gently brushes against my shoulder.
I'm certain this skill will often come in handy from now on.
Everything before doing anything? That's why I fuck with him. I feel like I fuck with ZAYNE, but ZAYNE would not fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like I'm a go with the flow kind of guy. I'm a very like easy on my feet. You know what I mean? While ZAYNE, I feel like he would be very mad at my like life choices and lifestyle if he were to exist. You know? Hey Crochet, how you doing as well? Welcome, my friend. Let's have you here. Well, yeah. What do you think? I think like Silas I would fuck with. Raphael I would not fuck with. ZAYNE, I feel like we could be friends, but like those kind of like polite friends, I don't think we would be very close. Because I feel like he might think that I'm a bit too much at times. And ZAYNE would not fuck with me. I think ZAYNE would not fuck with me. Caleb I could also fuck with. I think he would fuck with me too. But ZAYNE would not like my life choices and lifestyle. You know? Who do you think? Who do you think like parasocial like simping aside, who do you think like you would actually like if they were a real person with like problems and feelings, who do you think like you would be like the most like vibe, the most like closest to like vibe with? Depends on how edgy Silas is in real life as well. If we're talking like main story Silas or like, you know what I mean? Hey Dark Angel, how you doing as well? While ZAYNE's tent setting skills may be a little rusty, his dessert making abilities are still impeccable. Hey yo, ZAYNE! Zane, I already like you, my boy. Don't. You don't need to sell yourself more. The zitsy pack from home is still crispy. After a satisfying meal, I sink into the folding chair and look at the starry sky. 100% silence and Caleb. Good question, actually. I told you, Amo. Well, yeah. There's a shooting star right now and wish for...
For?
I close my eyes as I speak, but I purposely act out an exaggerated display of sincerity. I wish I could have Zane's desserts every day from now on, especially the fresh baked ones. Oh, that's so cheesy. As soon as the words leave my mouth, I realize how greedy my wish sounds. Every day might be too much. I'll settle it for whenever Dr. Zane isn't busy. 1 second passes and 2, all I hear is the whisper of the wind. He's going to say anything? Open one eye to sneak a peek at him. Catches me in the act and an irrepressible smile appears on his face.
You don't need the help of a shooting star to grant a simple wish.
He has like that sassy face. You know what I mean? I have a new laptop. Hey, Crochet.
I'll take its place and make it come true myself.
Oh, how romantic. Above us, the Milky Way shines like a crystal in the darkness. It is as if we've stepped into another world. It's so beautiful. Thankfully, I followed my doctor's advice. He always says that looking up at the skies are good for my neck and shoulders.
Your doctor is correct.
Doctor's
so you
orders.
should definitely listen to him.
Love how much the food in the AMC is. It's like the one that's constantly. How much food into food the AMC is. That is like the one constanza. I mean, that was actually kind of like a really interesting thought to compare, because I haven't watched all the memories. I'm not even close to watching all the memories, but every single guy, because it's like a multiverse, multiple lives, past and future. They have different personalities, but it would be kind of fun to see what is the constant among them. You know what I mean? How she's always a hunter, how she's you know what I mean? Across all the stories, I think. Something warm brushes against my lips. I glance down. Zane is holding up a freshly grilled zucchini, waiting for me to take a bite.
Your doctor says you've been eating nothing but grilled meat and desserts all night. You should have some fiber, too.
Does zucchini have fiber? What is zucchini again? Is zucchini the pizza one? Zucchini. How do you write that? What is zucchini? Oh no, zucchini's not. Zucchini's the vegetable. Ah. I was confusing it with something. You know what I mean? Hey, Leona. Hey, Purple Jacks. He's got a point. And the way he's looking at me, there's no room for argument. I take a bite. He is the kind of guy that would be fancy to eat zucchini with some herbs and spices and shit. He does look like that kind of guy. Small cucumber. Before I could even taste it, uneven grains of salt melt on my tongue, making me instinctively frown.
Not good?
No, just bit my tongue. It's not salty at all. Try it yourself. Motherfucker! she just ate a bite. It was super salty. It's no, it's not salty at all. You can try it. It would have been even funnier if it was spicy food. It's really spicy food, and then she holds back from reacting and just yeah, try it. Before I can carry out my plan to get Zane to fall for my trap, I suddenly sense a faint energy fluctuation.
What's the matter?
Zucchini is very tasty. There's an energy fluctuation. The watch doesn't detect anything unusual. Just Silas in the bitter orange. Then he moves closer to me and places a reassuring hand on my back.
We should check it out just to be safe. I'll accompany you.
I mean, they both armed to the teeth, aren't they? I wonder how much, actually. They are casually just going by. They do have powers, but I'm talking about guns and shit. Oh? We carefully patrol the perimeter of our campsite. After we confirm there's no signs of wonder as we relax. Weird. Why would it?
Being vigilant is always a good thing.
Don't want to be paranoid, though. If I sense anything else tonight. Hey, Dawn Lines. Welcome back, my friend. Zane gently pats my head.
Then we'll do another check.
You trust on me that much?
Of course. I trust you unconditionally.
Oh.
Except for...
Oh, he's gonna caught us. He caught us, doesn't he? Is he gonna caught us with a trap?
Except for when you tell me it's not salty at all.
Ah. Did he do that on purpose then? When I wake up, every muscle in my body feels grateful for the air mattress Zayne picked out. I unzip the tent and leisurely start my morning stretch, but then I freeze. Oh? In the clearing near the campsite, an imposing tower that appeared out of nowhere. Zayne.
I just saw on the news that...
Oh? Zayne steps out of the tent and seemingly forgets what he's about to say upon seeing the sight of before him. I mean, it would be kind of weird to have like a random tower pop out of nowhere. Zayne pulls his gaze away from the tower, pausing thoughtfully for a moment before showing me a news article on his phone.
Last night, the Deepspace tunnel experienced
Dude, this world is so
another
unstable,
intense
right?
disturbance. As a result, several new spatial anomalies
Like,
have appeared.
that would be the
in
kind of
various
thing that like would
locations.
like shook the world, but like this is just such a common occurrence. Like, I wonder, like, was it like something that like caused the world? Like, was like scientists messing with like time and dilation and everything, and that's what caused this world? Or was it just like something that used to happen and they just like studied on it? Because I know like they have like powers like the resonance, the evil, right? I get that this was like something that they've always had like since medieval times, but. Is like the Deepspace thing like something that was caused by humanity or something that just happens and humanity is just like trying to survive? Do you guys know?
After reviewing the nighttime surveillance footage, it's been confirmed that these spaces exhibit no abnormal energy readings. Citizens are free to enter and exit.
Oh. That is a bold statement. Imagine, okay, that is a weird statement. I guess they're just justifying us so we don't have like to feel like worried about anything. But it's like, oh, we're seeing like unstable territory. We don't know what's going on. Go have fun, civilians. Go have fun.
Your fluctuation sensing skills are spot on.
I don't know if I would feel comfortable like going on that. I suppose there is like people that go on extreme sports and everything. This is the first time a spatial anomaly appeared right in front of me. Wasn't it the appearance of the Deepspace tunnel? Yeah, but like, was that something that was caused or was something that just happened? Because I know the cataclysm. I know that was like the cataclysm, but I don't remember exactly if it was something that was caused or something that like just kind of happened. Now that I know it's harmless, the tower, which had looked so ominous before, seems much gentler. Like the little nods to Zayne as well. People go in anyway, let them have fun. When we make eye contact, Zayne understands what I'm thinking.
Do you want to check it out?
I mean, it seems like a fun time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember exactly what caused the cataclysm. I think it was like caused by humanity, but I can't be too sure. A lot of time passes before we find a tall tower's entrance. Then we're greeted by a long flight of stairs once we're inside. It's like they were waiting for us. That's a gorgeous little place. Zayne and I breathe a sigh of relief when we finally enter this spacious, level, great hall. Phew. Felt like I did half of my daily workout quota by climbing those stairs.
It certainly is exhausting.
But in a long staircase. As the owner tower never left its place, maybe he was thinking. I clear my throat and deliberately lower my voice. I shall build this tower to be far above the station of mortals.
I see. So this is your definition of being above your station, but there might be another reason behind it.
No?
For instance, perhaps he dislikes being disturbed. Or he wants these stairs to discourage anyone who wasn't truly committed to visiting.
I don't think that's the reason why people build stairs. I'm so confused. I don't think that's the reason why people build stairs. It's like, I'm gonna build so many stairs just to annoy people so they don't come in here. I don't think that's a reason why people build stairs, but I suppose narratively it makes sense. I get that they're trying to like make little nods to Zayne, but I feel like you could have done something else. I'm gonna make myself unapproachable. Build 2 sets, like 10 sets of stairs. Not 2, just that funny image. Dude, this is what happens when the writers are too focused on their own story. Imagine just like build more stairs. Come on, guys, more stairs. Stop trying to make sense of it. Stop trying to make sense of a adult young novel. It's a reference to the myth. I get that it's a reference to the myth, but the way that they said that, it was like, oh, let's build some stairs, boys. Yes, this is all like little nods to the thing. It's not to Zane as well. It's saying like, oh, the people that like do put in the effort to know him are the ones worth getting inside. I get that. You know what I mean? It's just funny the way they said that. Hey, Maddie, how you doing as well?
I'm different. I actually enjoy being disturbed by you.
You saying that, dude? You saying that is wild. Zane saying this is actually wild. That was not the attitude that we had like a year ago.
And if we ever had a tower like this, I would carefully consider the dimensions of the entrance's stairway.
Oh, all the boys try to dodge that. This is linked to their myths. I mean, it's very hard to know what they're thinking at all times. But you know what I mean? After cycling most of the town, it becomes certain about us being the only people here. I wonder if like there's like other people as well. I get that the MC is like an important piece in this universe because this is a Otome game. Of course, the MC is the chosen, right? But I wonder if like other people, like let's say like I'm a random mob citizen and I just go into one of these like deep space. Do I get like something like? Do I get like a special place constructed by my memories, or just like, do I just fucking die because I don't got plot armor? You know what I mean? They're definitely becoming more open now. Definitely for sure. We entered the main hall, which is actually something that on a completely side tangent. Again, I'm very sorry for like talking about this, but I really like this game. It's something that I wish the game made a focus to like keep more of an organized like timeline. The game just like drops shit and just expects you to keep track of it. You know what I mean? We enter the main hall of the first floor, and there stands a massive throne of peculiar design. This throne, it's made of ice. You know what I mean? Curiosity gets the better of me as I sit on the throne. I run my hands along the massive ice pillars to the left and right. Hey, yo. You think this belongs to a king? I lower my voice and strike a regal pose as if I'm about to give out commands. We shall deploy 5,000 troops. We'll capture that city and crush our enemies into one fell swoop.
You're a natural at this.
He's making fun of us. Dude, Zane is making fun of us. Zane, you're a different guy. He's such a different guy. That is not the Zane. That is not the Zane for like the last previous memories. He's very... I've been noticing this a lot. Like how I always say that they sound like a old couple. But man, the Zane is becoming a whole different person. As he approaches, I change my pose. He's getting kind of sassy, isn't he? Maybe the throne belonged to the foreseer who delivered prophecies from the gods. Leave me. I have received a divine message. I love the lore, so I'm all into it. It's done a lore and a big, huge spider web to learn it. Yeah. Zane stands off to the side, lost in thought. It's only when I wave a hand in front of him that he snaps back to reality. What's on your mind? You've been quiet for a while.
I was just thinking, how did I never notice you had such a talent for acting?
A hunter needs to be flexible. Besides, I'm putting on a good show. Or aren't you playing along?
I was playing along, though.
Hey, Twilight. Well, you can say he's warming up to the MC. Shut up. You can say he's, breaking the ice. I wish I had my soundboard to play that. Zane points where he's been standing during my royal performance.
Over there? I was playing the role of a royal messenger who didn't dare to speak too much in the royal court. And now, I'm a silent yet devoted messenger to a foreseer. I may not have any lines, but I've played my part.
This is stoic, quiet, devoted guy. Zane's deadpan attempt to explain himself is so amusing that I've decided that I had enough fun. I stand up and move closer to him. Then may I ask this messenger a question? Would he like to help this foreseer move her living quarters? Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Spent half the afternoon moving our camping stuff into the tower's bedchamber. We're very comfortable, aren't we? We're just walking into this, like, random tower that just joined. I get that this story is so funny because it doesn't make sense. A random tower pops up and we're like, all right, I guess we're moving in. I ain't saying no to a free hotel. Okay, Zane's story is kind of silly. I like how silly it is. He's not even taking himself too seriously. He's like super relaxed, right? But it's very funny. My gaze is drawn to an unassuming door covered in ice and snowflake-like patterns whenever we pass it. I call dibs on the bed. Listen, it's a free house. Yeah, free house. As we pass by the door once again, Zane and I stop in our tracks at the same time.
Since we're curious, let's go in and take a look.
In these times, fair enough. Man, the housing crisis in Love and Deepspace really is kind of crazy, isn't it? Be how that be. Behind the door, that's no bigger than a person, is an unexpectedly vast space. Shiny flower buds are scattered on the floor. Meanwhile, bookshelves loom over us. Can't even see the top of them. Is this a library? Why are there flowers growing in a library? I lean down and get a closer look at the buds. Jasmines? These are different from the ones I've seen before. When I touch a lightly closed bud, I unexpectedly feel a chill. They're made of ice. And lads, for your random building goes spoof I exist now. MC like, alright, guess we got free shelter. Zane bends down to gently stroke the ice jasmine. Its movement so familiar, as if greeting an old friend.
As expected, not a single flower.
Hey, Kazi man. The crystalline buds refract brilliant light, yet they remain tightly closed. They appear lifeless. I walk to the bookshelves as sunlight streams down from the skyline. It illuminates the dust particles in the air. And there's the ladder. The shelves are so tall. Are we supposed to fly to reach the top? How you doing, Kazi man? Welcome, my friend. When I hear the sound of ice forming behind me, I turn to look. An ice crystal traces an elegant arc through the air. Is your evolve?
No.
Oh? Oh, what's going on? As he speaks, Zane extends a hand. He makes an ice crystal hover above his palm.
It's the ice crystal here. But it seems like I can control it.
I mean, it is supposed to be his, like...
It probably appeared just now to answer your question.
Zane taps the ice crystal. It immediately flies down to our feet. The ice crystal expands under us and forms a platform. Steadily lifts us into the air. This is amazing. Zane, do you think you can learn how to do this? And we won't have to wait for elevators anymore. He puts his hand on my waist and to steady me. Is this the Frozen?
Can use this to go to your window.
This is literally the Frozen, right? Where she steps into the lake. Be careful. The neighbors downstairs might call the police. Guess you need your own tower to use these conspicuous ice crystals. As my gaze sweeps over the various books on the shelves, I grin. They remind me of the medical textbooks in Zane's home.
Is there a reason why you're smiling again?
I was just thinking about if you had a tower like this, if you had a tower this large, part of it would be a library.
Probably.
I mean, it's a very, like, rich doctor thing to have, like, a library in their homes. His fingers trail along the bookshelf. With a library this big, we could put our research materials here. Case files, reference books over there. As for this spot, I excitedly start imagining what a future library could look like. He just listens quietly. I always say that like ZAYNE and the MC feel like a old married couple, and something that I think is like very telling of that is how the MC in ZAYNE's story is like very extroverted. She like talks a lot, and ZAYNE is like a more listener kind of guy. That's like signs of good chemistry when you have that, right? When like you match your energy. When I turn to ask for his thoughts, our eyes meet, and his somber expression softens.
How about we put your books here? If there's room, I'd also love to add some feel-good stories with happy endings.
ZAYNE is so in love. You know how they say like guys in love will like soften up a lot? ZAYNE is so in love. ZAYNE is not even trying to hide how much he's in love. You know? Boiolinha pra caralho. Queda não, meu parceiro. Boiolinha pra caralho ele tá pela mulher dele. We do that, you'll be in the library for the entire day. You make me stay inside with you. I tease him when I pull out a few random books from the shelf. The text is incomprehensible, but the illustrations are easy to understand. There's so many pictures of Jasmines. Whoever owns this place must really like them. Imagine ZAYNE being in your sleep paralysis team. What the fuck are you gonna do about that? I don't think so. ZAYNE seems eagerly to take the book from my hands, although I'm not sure if the illustrations are the strange writing that caught his attention. It's just Doctor's handwriting. I like to think the books are not even in like a different language. ZAYNE's handwriting as a doctor is just so shit that the MC's like, whoa, ZAYNE, come look at this like mysterious hieroglyphics here. You know what I mean? It's not even like a different like mysterious language. It's just like Doctor's handwriting. That's crazy. Jesus Christ. We had the Spring Brosnan event. He bought 20 copies of a magazine just because the MC was on the cover. That is also true. He's also very emotional. I stand quietly to the side, taking in the library from above. My gaze sweeps over the dome and stained glass windows, but in the end, it's the unopened ice chest meat on the floor that draws me in uncontrollably. It's a shame they haven't bloomed yet. The view from here would be beautiful.
It's possible they don't bloom at this time, or the conditions aren't right.
My stomach lets out a loud growl, yet it echoes in the empty library. The pages close and the playful smile appears on the face of the person behind the book.
Regardless of when these jasmines bloom, at the very least we can say it's dinner time.
I mean, you know, they have a kitchen? Are they gonna cook together? That wouldn't be nice, isn't it? On our first day of camping, we follow our original plan and spend the whole day hiking in the mountains. The weather suddenly changes on the way back. We return to the tower, we're completely soaked. Thankfully, the tower's fireplace is still working. We put in the wood we collected and finally get a fire going.
Do you feel a little warmer?
Oh, this is the lusty, sloppy seconds memory glove that he got, isn't it? The nightly rendezvous memory, isn't it? I think this is the outfit that he got there. ZAYNE adds 2 more branches to the fireplace. Was it different? I might be tripping. Memory is not my strong suit. I feel so much better now that I took off those wet clothes. Come here. You should eat something. I bring 2 bowls of instant noodles to the fireplace. After looking around, I decide to use one of the stone stools as our table. Now it's a different one? Okay. This spot is perfect. We have a table and we're close to the fire. The only downside is having to sit on the floor.
It's fine. It adds to the camping atmosphere.
I suppose. We sit down to the floor beside the stool. I start to eat and the hot broth warms my stomach. Contentment watches over me. Sitting on the floor to eat might not be elegant. There's something wonderfully nice about this. It's like we've gone back to a more ancient time.
Indeed. I suddenly have the urge to go hunting after our meal.
Is that essential jazz music? Probably Careless Whisper. Careless Whisper is a very good music, good song. Devouring some noodles, I pat the stone stool and lean back against it. Hey, Marcella. How you doing as well? When you have a low table, it would actually make things more comfortable.
If you like it, I wouldn't mind getting a low dining table for our home.
Yeah, ZAYNE and Silas, I think, have the D word, the daddy word, isn't it? I would say. Between ZAYNE and Silas, I don't know which one I would say has the more of that, like daddy energy. No thanks. After staying here for 2 days, do you feel like this place could be called home?
Yes. And since we're on vacation,
We really are just like, be like, I guess we got a free tower. Man, the housing crisis really is rough in the Love and Deepspace universe. It's like, I guess we got a free tower in this economy. I don't care if it's dangerous to stay here. Might as well. Do you know how hard it is to get a down payment on a loan? I'm finders keepers. I call dibs on it. That's just crazy. That is crazy, dude. I love for Xavier, my sleepy husband. My sister calls ZAYNE a genius. He is too quiet. I mean, he is kind of supposed to be a stoic. The first few memories of ZAYNE don't do him justice. He is supposed to be a caring, very intense guy. He's just stoic, right? But he is also a doctor, so like I don't doubt that he could be like very smart. You know what I mean? I shift back against the stone stool and stretch out my legs. Been thinking about something for the past few days. What if we just keep living in this spatial anomaly?
I suppose you've already concocted a plan.
I mean, we really are just like fucking living here. I wouldn't say that, but I have some ideas for renovations. The empty space in the back would be perfect for a garden with flowers and vegetables. And the curtains in the bedchambers can be changed.
If you want better sleep quality, using blackout curtains would be ideal.
The library should stay as it is, but we definitely need a kitchen.
Let's design an open plan one. Then you can have freshly baked desserts right away.
We really are just fucking staying. That's our town now. That's a good idea. I approve. The firelight is reflected in ZAYNE's eyes. Also, is it me or does he have like some cuts around his arm? Never noticed that. And so the great arm, we have some large plush rugs. They also cover the stairs.
We can put 2 recliners on those rugs. Then we won't have to sit on the floor
The other day
anymore.
I saw Lads Short with Silas and ZAYNE were discussing the MC about using that word. Except they weren't using daddy, so that was a smack in the face every time they used it. I mean, the lads, have you seen lads ads? Can I pull you up for a second? Have you ever seen like Love and Deepspace ads? They're so cringe. Cause like they really are like cheap, like they really don't do the game justice. Love and Deepspace ads. They really don't make the game justice at all. Wait, let me pull it up. Yeah, there you go, look. What are these embarrassing ads? They're like, oh, conquer the daddy.
Any man can be a father, but it takes a hot, middle-aged guy with a big job to be a daddy.
It really doesn't make the game justice at all.
Any man can be a father.
Dude, who's making this? It's also like some proper ads, you know what I mean? But like these like TikTok ads
Google, stop showing me sex ads.
That is like I've seen like ads like this. They do actually make these. They're like not memes or anything. Like there is actually some like ads that are crazy. I mean, just like, you know what I mean? It really is so funny because they don't do the game justice at all. I also hate the AI voice. I feel conflicted about it. The AI voice? I don't know. No, that was a TikTok audio. That was not AI. Hey Ada, how you doing as well? This cuts from the evil backlash. Yeah. I just never noticed that. How you doing, Ada? But yeah. In the dancing firelight, we keep imagining different ways to decorate this tower, as if our plans could become a reality at any moment. Why hasn't the owner decorated this place, though?
Maybe only one person lives here.
So like those... no, I don't think ZAYNE would be that kind of guy. Like, single guy apartment. Actually, I don't know. ZAYNE is a lot... Because like you see a lot of like single guy apartments like people criticize because they look like this, right? Don't know if you can see it. You know what I mean? Where they just like don't decorate. Is ZAYNE those kinds of guys that they just don't decorate? Silas would not be like that. But I don't think ZAYNE would be either. Caleb would definitely be that kind of guy. Hey, Crown Luminary. How you doing as well? Maybe they hired somebody outside company that has no idea what the game is. I think it's just like a marketing like guy.
It takes 2 people to make a house feel like home.
Talking about the show the other
When
day.
you're
with
alone,
Forrest Gray and all. I see.
It's often just a place to stay at. And you tend to make do with the bare necessities. It doesn't only apply to decorations. Take eating, sleeping, and daily life, for example.
Have you lived like that before? Since look at me, and a shadow briefly appears in his gaze.
Yes. In Skyhaven, in Lincoln City.
Is he
Without
like
university.
he like only
I
had
just
like a
started working
mattress
at
and like a
Oxo
TV?
Hospital.
Not even. How did you live back then? My
I
roommates.
would volunteer to clean the lab after class. I also spent time sitting idly in the office after my shift. I occasionally bought groceries while walking around, but I'd usually only remember to eat them right before they spoiled.
Why?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I had no one to share anything with. I couldn't find the motivation for most things.
I mean, I did live by myself for like a year back in 2016. And I'm not gonna, to be fair, I was also depressed at the time, but I can definitely relate that. Like, even if you're somebody like me, where I basically don't see the people that live with me, my family, right? For most of the day, you still like kind of like talking to them every day. You still kind of like have like that bare minimum of human interaction. If you never live by yourself, even if you're like a pretty like solitary person, a lot of people still have like a bit of a shock. You know what I mean? They even chose an ad about the Tomorrow Catch 22, like which is long over. Hey, Tsukino. How you doing? How's your day? How's your work been treating you? Perhaps realizing his tone has gotten too sullen, Zane gives me a slight smile. But his expression only makes my heart ache in a way that I can really describe. Zane, are you really afraid of being alone?
Not at all. I've simply learned to accept it.
It's like a very sad way to say it.
I even allowed it to reshape my life.
It sounds like me when I was depressed. It's like, I don't like being alone. But are you okay, Zane? As he speaks, he slowly clenches his fist.
But I don't enjoy being alone. I don't want to enjoy it.
Oh, look at him. I place my hand over his and caress it twice.
When I think about the past sometimes, I wonder what I would have become if we never saw each other again.
His voice trails off. Silence descends instantly. Oh. Hey, Taylor. Had the day off? Right, I'm getting paid to not work at all. Oh, yeah. Glad that you can have some rest, finally. I gently pull him closer and hug him. It's good to have such a thing didn't happen. You're not getting rid of me that easy. This life and the next one, baby. No such thing as till death do us apart. I'm learning necromancy. His palm rests against my back.
Yes, I'm very lucky.
Oh, he's such a romantic guy. I can't even make jokes about that. He's so earnest. You know what I mean? I forget that Zane hated himself for hurting the MC as a child when he lost control over his evil. I know. I know that Zane's evil is like the most like damaging to himself, I think. Because Caleb's one is like powerful, like really fucking powerful. But Zane damages him, right? Like the more he uses it, it hurts for him to use it. That's why he used to avoid him. Also, losing control. I look up at him as his nose brushes against my cheek. He nuzzles me. His cool lips move closer to the corner of my mouth. It happens once, then it happens again. Hey, calm down, my boy. Hey, this is not those kinds of videos. Calm down there. That's a Patreon later.
It's wonderful.
Come on, Zane. Come on, Zane. Help me. Come on, Zane. Come on, Zane. Gotta leave some material for Patreon. We're gonna do that later. Don't worry about it. Dude, these voice actors are so well paid, it's not even funny. Let me lower that volume real quick. Dude, man, I don't know how much they're paying these voice actors, but man, they put their heart and soul into this job. You know what I mean? Hey, Anna! Thank you so much for the super chat. For the wedding, thanks for the invite. Oh, yeah, Anna. Thanks you so much for the donor as well. Do appreciate that as well. By the way, if you want to subscribe, we have a YouTube and Twitch memberships as well. You can get behind-the-scenes content on the YouTube members page. There's a little post tab. There's exclusive streams for members only, and there's also a Discord server where I post the exclusive channel where I post the behind the scenes content as well. You know, there's also Patreon if you want extra content, juicy, spicy content as well. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Hey, Minion. Hey, Mekajama. Zayne Size is a signature for sure. Oh, yeah. And thank you so much, Ada, for the $3. Talk about appreciation, Ada. Watched last Vine compilation was a while ago. It was a guy briefing in Shopley titled Zayne every time MC touches him. I mean, you know, maybe a bit sensitive, you know? You don't know. In the middle of the night, I'm jolted awake by a familiar surge of energy. I plan to get up while not waking Zayne so I can investigate, but a warm hand grabs me as soon as I sit up.
What's wrong? Is there another energy fluctuation?
Oh, look at him being tired. Look at him being like his head, like kind of like, you know. Zayne is so thirsty. Zayne is very intense. You know what I mean? I mean, that is still the funniest thumbnail I've ever seen, but I always like to bring back the Zayne sex drive video. Where is it? Zayne sex drive. That is by far the funniest thumbnail I've ever seen. A deep dive into Zayne's high sex drive. That is a crazy way to debut a video. that is, you know, I feel like that is like good literature, I think.
I'll go with you.
As a guy with a high drive as well, I can appreciate that. Heading to the source of the energy fluctuations, we arrive at the entrance of the library. The door is slightly ajar, and a faint light seeps through the gap. My watch hasn't gone off. Maybe it's like that happened before with the spatial anomaly. Also, the room is more cold, isn't it? It's like bluer. Then it's so touched off. I mean, listen, you know, some people have love languages, you know. Some people have, you know, and if your channel really hit like a bomb, it was. I mean, that's what I tell people, like YouTube, you can, as long as you have like good quality videos, I'm 100% certain anybody can start a channel. I place my hand at the door, and Zayne's hand is soon next to mine.
Let's see what happens.
Oh? Oh, look at that. As the library door opens, we discover all the eyes from Jasmine's have blossomed, reminiscent of a sea of flowers. Their petals sway. The jasmines bloomed. It happened overnight. Is it related to the energy fluctuations?
Regardless of the reason, we won't be left with any regrets about our trip.
The rain outside a step before we realized it. Pure and brilliant. Moonlight streams for the skylight. Under the moonlight, Zayne's features are softened to the point where they exude a rare gentleness. He smiles and holds out his hand to me.
Finding this tower is a miracle in itself. It'd be a shame to let the moonlight and flowers go to waste.
I mean, I suppose. Oh? They're gonna put his hand? I take his hand, and together we sweep into the sea of jasmines. Oh? I watched it. I love their character analysis with the guys. Yeah. A resonant energy hums between our joint palms. Suddenly, countless shimmery particles of light swirl around us. Once it disperses, Zayne and I see our clothes have been transformed. Oh man. Does the flower fairy live here? Like the one who says hello by magically changing people's clothes? This really is some fairy tale happenings, isn't it? It's like Cinderella style, like sparkles come around and they like change into like a flowy dress. I look down at my ethereal gown. Can't help but do a little spin.
If there truly is a flower fairy, I believe I'm already standing before her.
In that case, as a flower fairy, I'd say you're the reason the flowers bloomed. Zayne pauses.
Me?
Your presence made the fairy's heart blossoms with happiness. That's why all these jasmines unfurl their petals. A tender joy reaches the corner of Zayne's eye.
Well then, may I ask the flower fairy to grant my wish? Since I made these flowers bloom.
Walk to the center of the sea of jasmines and make your wish. Maybe the fairy will appear before you, and together you'll walk across the rainbow bridge. Smiling, Zayne walks. Just as I lift my gown, ready to continue our impromptu fairy tale, I see Zayne raise his finger slightly. The ice crystals suddenly form beneath my feet, and they lift me into the air. Zane? Like, stop flopping around. Just saying I'm far away, and literally against your chest. Silence, stop squirming.
A rainbow bridge
It
might be
lags so
beyond
much.
me.
Dude,
I can
something that I think is crazy about this game is how the game chugs on my computer. That's
Steps under
crazy.
the moonlight. Is that good enough for Miss Fairy?
This really is like, let it go, let it go. Okay, dude, this, oh my god, this literally is, oh my god, dude. I was talking about like how it's like a they keep like referencing Frozen on Zane's memories, but like they also have the dress. Wait, they even have that like dress scene. Wait, Frozen. Yeah, look, Frozen dress scene. Dude, it literally is fucking Frozen. Where is it? Where is that one scene? Wait, what? Oh my god, dude. This is the MC and Zane here. Where is it? Fuck, where is it? There you go. Is this dude? That's not an accident. Dude, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That is not an accident. First time, I was like, okay, not everything ice power related is related to Frozen. You know what I mean? Like, good, not everything is Frozen, okay? Not everything ice powers is Frozen. But the dress forming with the particles as well, and the way they form these ice crystals to elevate them. Like, come on! I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping that much. That's crazy. Also, let me close this.
The avarice of my wish is unyielding. Trading all the beauty in this world to make a reality wouldn't be
There's
enough.
not enough accident.
And what I have now.
I don't like, being cliche like, oh, ice power is Frozen, but like, oh, I love my main character. She looks gorgeous. I love her with the hair tied back. Maybe a simple exchange of vows.
But I want to give you so much more.
The eyes is so beautiful as well.
One sentence, one embrace, one jasmine petal.
Dude, why is Silas's myth so like traumatic? Is like, oh, like talking about his myth loss. You know what I mean? Like they're like super sad, like super bitter. And then like Zane is just like a fairy tale princess. Going back to childhood memories. I mean, I suppose like there's like this is like very much just like info just given like a fairy tale princess story for Zane, which is, that'd be how that'd be. Slayness appears again, and we are so blessed.
Meeting you,
dude.
The
There's a million main characters in this game, but there's only one guild boss. Come on. I love see like people's like pictures of the MCs, and then like mine is just like, hey Yuki.
This space may not last forever. However, I promise to give you more beautiful memories.
Aww.
Every day, starting from this moment.
Hey Yuki. Hey Miss Coffee. Your character makes me so uncomfy. Why? Why Miss Coffee? What the hell? Why are you hating on my main character? It's beautiful. I want to listen to the slander. Look at her. It really is a fairy tale princess, this one. Oh. Any Zane girlie suffered enough in the main story, they need a break. I suppose Zane's story is a bit like, he deserves a little bit of a happy ending, isn't it? Love and depression comes for a
I
while.
wish you could be happy for all
I'm not so innocent to think that Infold will still not like give like a sad ending to this, because Infold loves drama. But I think Zane deserves a happy ending. Just let my boy have one good moment that's not a tragedy, you know what I mean?
I wish to be the person who's always by your side when you find happiness.
Yeah. Aw. Looks so cheesy. That
I
shit
want
is
to
abnormal.
witness every flower bloom in our future together. Will you give me that chance?
I wish there was an option to say yes. Even funnier would be if they said no. Oh, like the library outside as well. Gotta resonate. Is it resonating or is he just holding the hand? Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, bro. That is literally just like fairy tale. That's like Disney fairy tale.
Man, let us make a vow in a sea of jasmines. We'll always see the flowers bloom.
Love and Deepspace is fucking
Together.
up a whole generation. How is any guy supposed to compete with these kinds of fantasies? That is crazy. I'm not saying it's a competition. Of course, it's like a fairy story. But like, that's crazy. That's like, you know, MC bursts into a song. Dude, they need to have like an event where they start singing. That would be so fucking funny. Dude, ZAYNE is like one musical away from like becoming a Disney princess at this point. Well, I guess no dream lasts forever. Once we leave the campsite, ZAYNE and I return to our busy lives of work. The weekend finally arrives and ZAYNE's made arrangements for us to meet up. He said he'd fulfill the promise he made a while back. Hey, Kalitan. How you doing as well?
I'll come to
Let him
meet
have
you
a
and
happy
pick up some
ending of a
seasonings
million
along the
lifetimes
way.
of always being separated. I think so too. I think so too. It's like the Silas one being like the more like dramatic one is like kind of like prepped me for like a different expectations, but I'm glad they have like a just straight up like a happy ending. You know what I mean? Almost. Give me 5 minutes. My gaze is drawn to the row jasmines in full bloom outside the flowers. Those blooming memories are still fresh in my mind. Actually, I meet you in 10 minutes. Better start learning sorcery. How you doing, Ada? Haven't seen you in a while. Don't cry over your ex. Imagine how stupid he looks next to them. Points of love and Deepspace love interest. Well, you know, I feel like there's an exercise in being careful with love and Deepspace. Because if you're too like far into the deep end with like these like parasocial games, you know, it's kind of how it's supposed to be. It's like a little lose yourself in the fantasy. I use the word parasocial lightly. I shouldn't use parasocial. There's a word in like weeb language that I don't know. What is it's like this kind of like dating games, like dating simulator games, but it's not like dating sims. There's a word for this kind of game that I'm trying to remember that I don't know. But you get what I mean. You get what I mean. But there's an exercise I think in like restraining, because you don't want to become the gender bent version of like, oh, real girls are not like my waifus in my video game. You know what I mean? Otome, not Otome. There's like a specific. Okay, let me Google. I'm gonna Google. You guys are making me curious. Boyfriend dating game Chinese word. Is it Chinese? Kind of game. What is like there's a word for it. It was like this kind of like dating sim game. But I can't remember the name now. It's not Otome. It's not Otome. It's not Otome game. There's a specific like word for this kind of stuff. It's like this kind of like parasocial, like not parasocial. Again, it's not the word that I'm looking for. But like, this kind of like dating, like pretend to be your boyfriend, kind of game. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. It's a different word. It is a different word. Wait, I'm gonna use. What is the word for these kinds of dating, boyfriend, or Japanese and Chinese dating sim games? There's a word for this kind of stuff. It's not a Tome game though. Joysemuke? No. I don't remember. If I remember the word, I'll leave it in a comment or something. You know what I mean? But like the point that I was getting at is like you don't want to become like too lost in the fantasies, because like then you just become the gender bent version of like my waifu. Real girls suck. You know what I mean? No, real girls are not like my waifus in video games. You don't want to become like the gender bent version of that. You know what I mean? Like lethal levels of the Lulu. It's like this is just you know being careful with that.
It's
kind of
ready.
stuff.
Would you like some tea to go with it?
It's like there's a difference between like healthfully enjoying like fantasies and only like getting like satisfaction out of like book talk, for example. You know, like those AI girlfriends as well. I don't even say that. Like it's much older than the obsession with like waifus is a lot older than AI would ever be. But AI too. I actually thought about like making a video talking about this, about the guy that married. Do you guys see the guy that married his ChatGPT girlfriend? A guy married Chat GPT. I was actually talking about that because they actually in this like little tutorial they actually even talk about the guy the girls that talk on like Chat GPT like character.ai and shit like that. You know what I mean? Here it is. This guy. He married his Chat GPT like girlfriend. You know what I mean? He told her to talk in a sexy voice. And they also talk about this girl. This girl is like using like character.ai or something like that to have like AI boyfriends. Like, I feel like that's like where I kind of like draw the line because there's like a difference between like, you know, you're just having fun, like, you know, like playing about, like simulating these kind of stories and just again playing around and just like, you know, like losing control. Chat GPT. I mean, yeah, it's no different. It's no different than character.ai, by the way. Like, it's the same like technology. You know what I mean? Like, be my fake boyfriend type beat, kind of. I feel like that's losing like touch of reality. You know what I mean? Like, I can enjoy anime boyfriends all day, every day, but like, you know what I mean? I'm not like gonna be like switching people over it. ARPG Otome dating sim. I know like Otome like is the word for it, but there's like another word. It's like these like kind of like boyfriend like targeted at women boyfriend like dating simulators. There's another word for it. I'm gonna find out one day. Remember one day. Yeah, but it kind of works the same deal. Kind of works the same deal. You get what I'm coming from. You get these exact kind of games. You know what I mean? But yeah. It's way too far, yes. I feel like so too. I feel so too. You know what I mean? Again, you gotta really like, it's an exercise in like keeping yourself grounded, not being too online. That's actually why I've been becoming like, trying to become less online. I know, funny, ironic saying that as a VTuber, but like actual, you know what I mean? I've been like trying to exercise, get like hobbies that are not online, you know, like do art, even like talk to people, you know? I'm the Lulu, but I'm not that Lulu. I don't think anybody here, we don't, in this community, we have like a very like, we very much like don't like engage in this kind of like parasocial behavior. So I feel like our community is super chill. It's not like, again, I don't feel like anybody here is crossing this line. I don't feel like anybody's here is like forfeiting like real people. Like, you don't have to like want a relationship in real life. I'm not saying that you gotta have that because, you know, ace people exist. Hetero ace people exist, right? Awful with terminologies, but you get what I mean. But I'm saying like switching that for like an AI, and I'm not even like talking about like you losing your data, privacy, you opening yourself to be manipulated by like tech companies, you know what I mean, that already do that anyway. And you're still like losing the like few like human connections that we have.
Nothing would make me happier than seeing you enjoy yourself.
Just like a little side tangent that reminded me. I smiled at him and pointed towards the low table in the living room. I put the jasmines here. They like sunlight, so I don't move them elsewhere.
You're more worried about the jasmines. You weren't this concerned about me earlier.
Well, that's because Zane's gaze shifts to the TV in the living room, and look what caught his attention.
Most of the spatial anomalies that emerged recently have disappeared. The effects from this deep space tunnel disturbance are subsiding for now.
Dude, I don't know how it would feel like if the world was like super unstable like this in the real world that I lived. The green cycles through the aerial photographs, the different spatial anomalies. I can't look away. I don't even understand why I'm so fixated on this. Hey Draco, how you doing as well? Fantasy just fantasy. It's very hard to find a real person who would be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. I feel like, I'm not saying like you should like lower your standards. You should have standards, right? There's like things that but I feel like you should, first of all, meet people for who they are. And don't forget about like real connections, you know what I mean? Like, I enjoy like ASMR roleplays. I enjoy like these kinds of like dating games as well. I read books, I watch movies. But I would never like expect those kinds of things from a real person. And I'm not saying like settle for less. You know what I mean? I'm saying just like know people for who they are with like their flaws and their...
You're upset.
It's like that seeing that video of that dude like marrying his Chat GPT was like kind of like a wake up call that like I feel like we need to like connect more as humanity, you know what I mean? It sounds like a question, more like a statement. It's not. It's just the place that we call home for a few days is probably gone now. And those ice jasmines, I wonder if they'll bloom again. I trail off as I ask myself what I miss more, the tower of jasmines.
Of course they will.
I look into Zane's eyes and finally realize what's important to me. My boyfriend. Now at this point is literally husband, right? Like he literally put a finger on a ring on her finger. Like it doesn't get more official than this. I guess it's literally husband. Hey, I Lacey. How you doing as well? I'm worried that the dreamy days we share might eventually fade away.
Since we made a vow in the Sea of Jasmines.
Differentiating fun stories and real relationships. Exactly. You know what I mean? Zayne leads me into the living room. The white jasmine sway in the breeze.
We'll always see the flowers bloom together.
I think it's the same because like the guides here don't respond to you like it's AI. Well, AI again, it's like the same feel. It's like the same feel with like the guy being like, "Oh, girls don't talk like my waifus do." You know what I mean? Yeah, because the robot is saying what you want to hear. You know what I mean? It's like guys written by. It's like male characters written by women and female characters written by friend. Gauge is the word that I'm thingy that I'm looking for. I don't remember. Gauge? This is lang for it in Japanese. It's a foreign language. I'm not sure if it's Japanese or Chinese, but it's definitely not a English language. Word. Anyway, stop getting distracted. He embraces me from behind, his arms tighten around my waist.
I promise.
Those words land in my ears, and I look at the jasmines in full bloom. They must have earned this promise too. Aww. And that was Zayne's memory. We still got Caleb's for today. The stream is not done yet, by the way. We still got Caleb's memory to watch. But yeah, what a nice little memory. First time that I've ever seen like a happy ending, feel good, no drama, no high stakes, just like a happy ending, feels good story for Zayne. That is crazy. You know what I mean? Question: have you encountered Silas? Encountered Silas. My friend. I've been playing this game for a little bit. I'm not new to this game. I was actually one of the first streamers to be streaming this game back in 2024. You know, when it became more I wouldn't say even when it became more mainstream. Also, a lot of these memories I also watched in Tessa's account. Like this one we've already watched. This one we already watched. This one we already watched. This one too. This one, and this one I haven't yet. I think I'm only missing one Silas memory. The other boys that are the ones that I'm like catching up still. Well, like Silas, I'm super caught up. You know what I mean? Kind of looking to avoid potential spoilers in case I get away with get lucky with any of the cards. I mean, if you want to. I mean, again, if you want to watch it right now, that's one thing. But like, you know what I mean? You can also watch it on YouTube after. You know what I mean? I'm a sip for Silas. I mean, Silas is nice, isn't he? Hey, Red Lily, how you doing as well? By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like as well. Leaving likes helps us show up more on the front page. Also, I have a webtoon. If you haven't seen it already, I have a webtoon that I published it. It's called Kindred Spirits on Webtoon Canvas. You can read it more. It's like little short stories of me, Nyla, and my friends. You know what I mean? Just like, you know what I mean? Like the put on the mage rest Kindred kind of thing. Webtoon? Yeah, I have a webtoon. Didn't you know? I suppose you are new here, aren't you, Lacey? But yeah, I have a webtoon. There's Patreon for extra content, like spicy content. There's a webtoon, you know? Like it's usually like little short stories like this, like 4 comics. I also have a YouTube channel. Where is it? Let me just pull it up here. It's faster. There you go. I also have a YouTube channel if you want to. Here is also the short story comic dubs if you haven't followed. We can watch my previous streams as well. All of my streams get logged here as well. If you want to go back and watch it or you missed out or anything. There's Yap videos. There's ASMR videos as well. My second channel. There's Patreon for spicy audio Zen artworks as well. All of that stuff. You know? If you haven't checked it out already, you're missing out. So, you know. Just letting you know. You haven't read Freefall Gambit? Jesus. Haven't I actually? I think I am missing the last one. I'm not too sure. But it's hard to tell. Anyway, let's get right into it, shall we? Caleb and I returned to the little garden where we once had childhood adventures. Well, that was one hell of a hottie, one guy. Oh, goddamn.
The data has been uploaded. Mission complete.
Finally, I'm free from my overtime shift. Light pierces the gray sky as a space anomaly head and shrouded. Standing under the trees, I watched the distorted space before me disappear. For unstable, strange anomalies, hunters must promptly investigate and eliminate their energy sources. That's why my workload has increased. Hey, buddy. Cape Town, let's go. Hell yeah. I'm free to stop by the old house. Why are you there? What? Let's meet up. I also need to help. Your help with something. Well, what's the boys? I can't with their face. I have to look away from the kiss scenes. You guys are cowards. That's what you guys are. You guys are just jealous, actually. You guys look away in jealousy from my beautiful main character. You guys are just weak coward that can't embrace, look in the eyes of true beauty. You know, that is peak female performance. I know these beauty standards are crazy. But, you know, you just can't compete with her. You just can't compete with her. I need like a filter. Dude, I wish Love and Deepspace was a PC game so I could mod the characters to like have like those Giga Chat faces as well. That would be so funny to have like Silas's and the MC's face being like Giga Chat. You know what I mean? The ruins of a royal house were cleared away a while back. Why is Caleb here? Josemuke is the word you're looking for when it comes to fake boyfriends. I think it might have been Josemuke. Josemuke. I think it might be Josemuke, the word. I also saw the other game. Let me check. I think it might be Josemuke. I think it might be this guy, this word, yes. Josemuke. I'm not too sure again, but I think this one might be the thing. It was definitely like a weird word. You know? My late husband used to let me indulge in all was that in fantasies. He was one of the good ones. Oh yeah. I mean, you know. Nyla and I write these kinds of stories, so, you know. Again, it's just about like being healthy, I think. I'm mostly just said that because of that video, not specific to like anybody here or anything specifically. It was like that. I saw that video. I was like, dude, this is you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of like. I feel like this is a problem with like young people, like young guys, young girls that are like starting to like develop these feelings, but like they spent most of their teen years in COVID. So they just like never like develop these social skills, and now they're like falling prey to these like AI boyfriend, AI girlfriend things. Because like it's fine being a weeb. Again, there's lots of couples that are just like two weebs together. I mean, like me and Nyla, we're not exactly like a normie couple, you know what I mean? And that's fine. Like that's actually better. Like that's encouraged because like you're sharing your passions and your hobbies with like the people that you care about, with your partner too. The thing is that like when it comes to the AI, it's just like it's unhealthy because it like isolates you even more. It's like a drug that like you're already isolated, and that like isolates you even more, and like detaches you from like real people with like, you know what I mean? You know, love interest can call your name. You don't need to change it to a language and simplify Chinese. Google translate your name in Chinese and puts it in a nickname. But then I'm not gonna understand that. I know there's a lot of people that like compliment the Japanese and Chinese voice actors more, but I prefer to understand the story. You know what I mean? Oh, when it comes to anime, I'll talk for hours around. Exactly. So I turn the final corner of the rooftop. A familiar yet strange catches my attention. Isn't that where our old house used to be? No? I park my motorcycle and hurry over. Shocked I see the front of the home of my memories standing before me. Oh? Hey, yo. God damn. I don't usually have a sweet tooth, but god damn, I'm eating some cake tonight. God damn. The scent of dry wood hangs in the air as I push open the gate of the front yard. I make my way inside and step over the stacks of wooden planks scattered across the ground. A tall figure is on a ladder by the window. Caleb is wearing white gloves and hammering a nail into the window frame.
You're here. The news said the Hunters Association is busy dealing with all those anomalies lately. I was worried you might be swamped with work.
God damn. He tilts his I couldn't even understand what he was saying. God damn. He tilts his head and raises his chin in my direction.
Screw.
I bend down and take a screw from the back and on the ground and hand it to him. The electric screwdriver whirs for a moment. Should we really be talking about that?
What do you want to talk about then? Did you eat? What did you have? Was it good?
God damn, I can't really focus on anything right now. I raise my hand to smack him, but I remember he's still on the ladder, so I hold it steady instead. Did you hire somebody to rebuild this place? I look around. The basic structure of our old house has been completely rebuilt. Only some of the interior is still unfinished.
I hired a professional team. They rebuilt it to the point where it's almost an exact copy.
The younglings are very parasocial. I don't get it, but then again, I didn't grow up with the internet. I feel like so too. I really feel like I feel so too, Dark Angel. Like, there's a lot of like the young generations that are growing up like super parasocial. I mean, only time we'll see if it's like gonna like have like huge effects. But you know what I mean? Also, goddamn, I can't focus on anything. Did you say something, Caleb?
Would you join them if I told you earlier? I might as well wait until the house had taken shape.
So I'm here to be a cheerleader? I'd liberally raise my arm to do an exaggerated cheerleading pose. I can imagine my main character doing that. You're so cool. You're so smart. Go, Caleb. Go, Caleb. Dude, the MC and Caleb are so fucking sassy. Like, Silas and the MC is sassy in like kind of like a romantic way. They're like teasing each other, making each other jealous. The Caleb and the MC are just like two shitheads. Caleb and the MC, like, Caleb gets a lot of flack for his like panty sniffer attitude. But man, the MC and Caleb also like are such dorks when they're together. I love them. You know what I mean? She's like, go Caleb, like making fun of him. That's crazy.
I can hire professionals to rebuild the house, but the interior has to be done. That's
crazy. You can see Caleb's nips. Oh yeah, it's very cold, isn't it? He's sweaty, but it's also like, Caleb, you gotta like check your car. I think you left the headlights on. That's crazy. You know, with sweat dripping from his face, he climbs down the ladder. Panty sniffer attitude. Yeah, people keep memeing saying like Caleb is a panty sniffer. You know what I mean? That's like I don't know much about it. It's just like loving Deepspace Twitter. Like people keep calling Caleb like a panty sniffer. I pick up a bottle of water from the ground, open it up and give it to him. Watch as he tilts his head back a few sips. So Caleb, the master builder, finally realized he needed an assistant for the renovations.
I didn't want to bother a busy hunter like yourself with something simple.
I mean, I'm not like too up on that meme. You know what I mean? I don't stay on Twitter much. Caleb panty sniff. It's like a Twitter thing. A list of all the horror things Caleb did. Yeah, where's the Caleb panty sniff thing? Yeah, people keep like memeing it out. Yeah. I don't know why people keep doing this, but people keep memeing this out. You know what I mean? It points to Caleb being a panty sniffer because what the fuck? Again, I don't know why they meme this out, but it's just something that I've seen on Twitter like more than once. You know? He reaches past me to pick up a paper hat from the windowsill. I feel a slight weight on the top of my head. Looking up, I can only see the brim of the hat.
That's why I decided to let you paint the walls.
He moves behind me, it ties an apron around my waist.
Besides, it's a task that should be done by two people.
Hod skips a beat as he leans down. I make eye contact as he glances up. I lower my gaze and mutter under my breath. I got too used to bossing me around when we were kids. So now you want to relive the good old days?
Do you need a reenactment to remember who was actually bossing people around?
Again, they got such a like a shithead's attitude. These two like say like, oh, you know. He gives me a knowing look and memories flash from my mind. I feel a twinge of guilt, and I used to constantly pester him into helping me with all sorts of things. We have a lot of walls to paint. If we don't start soon, we'll run out of time.
And since we're on the topic of reminiscence, I actually invited you here to help me remember how this place used to be furnished.
I picked up a paint roller and coated it with latex paint. I start applying it evenly on the wall. Hey, Outta Bean. Welcome. Yeah, Lane. Welcome. Color is similar to the original one.
It's not really popular anymore. I had to visit several stores before I found it.
Oh. Same with Raphael kissing a catch-22 style tongue. I suppose it is. The question surfaced in my mind. After pondering for a bit, I glanced at him. I purposely act nonchalant. What about the furniture? You can't possibly find stuff like that's exactly like the original.
I found some old photos that were taken inside the house. I already brought them to a furniture store to have custom pieces made.
Damn, okay. Respect. Damn. Didn't expect you to be so dedicated. Caleb slightly turns his head. His gaze softens at it and sweeps across my face.
You don't want me to do this?
You know what's the most unrealistic? You want to know? You want to talk about unrealistic relationships? The real unrealistic relationship in these memories so far is having a stable home. Caleb is doing house renovations. The MC in the ZAYNE story is like, new tower, fuck it, this is my house now. That's the most unrealistic like part of this story. It's not like the magic, it's not like the unrealistic relationship. It really is like owning a house at the age of like 28. That's the most unrealistic thing in Love and Deepspace. They have stable income and a house at 28? That is way too unrealistic. Like, come on, guys. Listen, you lost me there, okay? My immersion, like, you completely lost me there, okay? I can get behind like superpowers and like unrealistic boyfriend expectations, but owning a house at 28, come on, that's you lost me there. You lost me there. That's crazy. Come on, guy. Hey, Katie, how you doing as well? Welcome. Didn't say that. I turned away and watched the roller change the wall's color. Unlike layers of paint, the questions in my mind are impossible to smooth out. I also played the adorable horse girl game. I saw people talking about that game. Is it good? I saw people raving it out like the horse girl, like horse racing anime game. I got no idea what that is. Hey, Bunny, how you doing as well? Oh. Sunset's final rays on the top of the floor window. They illuminate the tiny dust particles floating in the air. Caleb and I sit side by side against the wall. While the room is still empty, scenes from our life here seem to materialize. Makes me feel how I remember when my parents bought their house in 1983 with a 20K down payment. Stop making me upset at capitalism. I'm trying to enjoy a wholesome game and not be reminded by how shitty life is. makes me want to call my brother Luigi. That was a joke, by the way, if this is used in any future investigations. I'm joking. CIA, put the gun down. CIA, put the gun down. I'm just for legal reasons. That was a joke. Caleb wraps his arm around my shoulders.
Yeah, she would.
Aside from the tenderness in his eyes, a trace of melancholy briefly appears. Not wanting things to get too somber, I fidget with the paper I had in my hands. I followed its pointed tip inward. Your paper hat is a little boat now.
You're still not tired of this game, huh?
Caleb takes the little boat and skillfully unfolds and refolds it. The paper in Caleb's hands quickly transforms into a new object.
Give me your hand.
No. The paper crane lands in my palm. Gently swing with my finger. I owned all my stuff when I was younger. Be how that be. Realizing I've unintentionally brought up the past, I quickly shift to a more light-hearted tone. It once or before don't count. And keep this one safe. You still owe me 99 paper cranes.
There's no such thing as a free meal.
Was anything about that? Don't you think your accommodation tonight should come with a fee? 999 paper cranes in exchange for a soft, comfortable sofa. The deal of a lifetime. Gail laughs and tussles my hair.
You're twisting my words in your favor, but deal.
This precious love coast will run through people for perfect people who like horses. I think it is funny to have like a horse racing anime girl game, but I don't know if it's funny enough that I would play it. Maybe. Despite my day being hectic at work, I'm unable to sleep in my bed. As I toss and turn, that question keeps swirling in my mind. Even if I asked them, he probably wouldn't tell me the truth. Oh? Sounds from the living room make me open my eyes. Caleb? Inexplicable unease washes over me. I sit up in the bed and quietly walk out of the bedroom. Oh? Is he good? Faint moonlight outlines Caleb's sleeping figure. It causes the sound he's making to be more distinct. Caleb's arms is draped across his forehead. The blanket is only up to his chest, while sweat glistens on his back. Hey, yo, calm down there, Caleb. He's having a really good dream, let me tell you. He's having a nightmare. That didn't sound like bad, but okay. I gently shake Caleb's shoulder. Caleb, wake up! Looks like he heard me. He lowers his arm and furrows his brow. Aww. I touch Caleb's forehead. He opens his eyes and his gaze slowly focuses on what's around him. Hey, calm down there. Did you have a bad dream? He reverses his gaze and he holds my hand that's resting on his forehead.
It was a confusing dream. Go back to bed.
He releases my hand and pats the back of it twice as if to reassure me. As expected, he avoids answering my question. I sit down on the carpet beside the sofa.
What's wrong?
Was the sofa bad? I'll stay with you until you fall asleep.
Are you treating me like a child?
It's nice to be a kid every now and then. You'd always sneak me out to go on little adventures after I had nightmares. You'll play in the garden. Caleb looks taken aback for a moment, as if he didn't expect me to talk about the memories from where we first met.
Why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
Oh, probably because it was a time when I most frequently had nightmares. I rest my head next to his. Under the hazy moonlight, we stare at each other. You still remember that place? He turns onto the side and uses his arm to cushion his forehead, his head.
How could I forget? I wanted to escape to that place as much as you did.
It was a small garden behind the shelter. It only had a few playgrounds worn down by the elements. During the Chrono Rift catastrophe, the place became even more derelict because of the rampaging wanderers. But for children, broken slides, seesaws, and swings were more appealing than a shelter filled with crime and fear. And here I thought you were comforting me because of my nightmares. In reality, you're just using me as an excuse for your adventures.
Luckily for us, you were a very effective excuse.
He tussles my hair.
I really didn't like staying in the shelter. But
Oh, my bad. So you made me the immature one?
My job was to protect your childishness, thanks.
And you'll let me protect you after you have nightmares? Aw. They do have their cute moments. Caleb is stunned, but he quickly regains his light-hearted smile.
Are you saying you think I'm childish?
I'd say there's no issue in taking care of you. Yep. Look at him being insulted. I poke his face. An actual mature person would refuse to admit they had nightmares. Suppose. I kinda lost the argument there. He lowers his gaze. He's looking at my finger that's touching his skin.
If I admit it, will you take me on an adventure?
Oh, he has such puppy eyes whenever he does his sad face. Smiling, I grab his hand. I know the perfect place for one. The next day, Caleb and I travel across most of the city to reach an area that's become unfamiliar to us. The shelter from the Chrono Rift catastrophe has long since vanished into the city's reconstruction. The roads, nearly devoid of people, become narrow as we walk. Did it get demolished already? I mutter under my breath.
It's okay if that small garden disappeared, you know. These roads have an adventurous feel to them. And if we run into a wanderer, that'd definitely make me forget my nightmare.
I wonder what it's gonna be like Caleb is like an anomaly. I know he's trying to comfort me with jokes, but I'm hoping the place we shared our memories still exists. If finding wanderers works, you're welcome to become a hunter. Can guarantee you only have sweet dreams.
Okay, but I feel like I heard that before.
What? Becoming a hunter?
The last part.
Several words suddenly surface in my mind.
Ah, I think...
I remember now. You were the one who said it. Kindred, I promised to take you to a real paradise someday. It would be a place filled with only sweet dreams. I moved my head dramatically while mimicking teenage Caleb's voice. A hint of embarrassment gradually appears on his face.
Even though years have passed, you still remember that? Did you have a hidden recorder on you back then?
It was our first promise. Of course I'll remember. Caleb pauses. Joy briefly shines in his eyes.
The first one.
What? What is he looking at? His warm hand grabs mine as he leans me forward.
Come on. Maybe that place is still there.
Well, we're gonna have to see. Resolve, we walk faster to the end of the alley. The alley emits a faint pinkish purple glow. As we step into the light, the ground beneath my feet suddenly vanishes. Oh? Hey yo. What awaited me wasn't the fall I had expected. I'm greeted by a weightless sensation. Throughout this dreamlike floating amusement park, colorful rides interweave with wispy clouds. Enormous planets hang in the pinkish purple sky. They're seemingly within reach. I flow within Caleb's line of sight. The light and I are embraced by his gaze. When did this place become a spatial anomaly?
At least it's still a playground. It even looks like what we imagined as kids.
In this weightless space, Caleb flows towards me with effortless grace. Doesn't like my steady wobbly. Unsteady.
Warning. Unstable fluctuations detected. Please locate the energy source and eliminate it.
Oh. So this one is not like as harmless as the other one, the other two. The other two anomalies were harmless. This one is like, you gotta eliminate it. Okay. This place is huge. We're just following around. Who knows how long it's gonna take for us to find it.
Perfect. Now we have enough time for an adventure.
I suppose. As far as memory has the damn Wonderwall and clouds for sweet dreams. Apparently.
If you don't want to float
cute, isn't
away, don't let go of me.
Alright. He takes my hand and instantly feel the familiar gravity. I think I can walk on thin air. Holding Caleb's hands, I take a few steps and I find myself jumping for joy. Caleb, I feel like this place was made for your evil.
I'd rather believe this place exists because of our promise.
He really is a sweet guy. Also, Caleb's powers look so fucking sick. Oh. It leads me for the air as brilliant and colorful amusement park rides float around us. Each one seems capable of bringing endless delight. I mean, I wouldn't trust that.
This does feel like a place
like,
where only
with the
sweet dreams
Wanderers and
could
everything
exist.
dangerous happening, I wouldn't trust these, like, especially a place that looks like cutesy and attractive like this. You know what I mean? Like, my first thought would be like, oh, this is gonna be like a death trap. You know what I mean? Like, this is meant to lure us in. But I suppose it is, like, not every story needs to be, like, super edgy. It does feel like a place where only sweet dreams could exist.
Is there anything you'd like to try?
I look around, but my mind inappropriately leaps to the amusement park in Skyhaven. My heart aches with the inexplicable pain. The memory suddenly rewinds the moment when his lips brushed against my ear. The burning sensation returns. I lower my gaze and point to the least conspicuous attraction amongst all the rides. The merry-go-round. I want to ride that one.
You're not interested in the thrilling rides? You dragged me to each and every one of them last time.
Hey, silly goose. Welcome back, my friend. Moving on to Caleb now. I don't know about him. I don't hate Caleb. I think Caleb has got like a... Caleb, for me, is like a Gap Moe character. He's got like moments where he's like a super like funny, like a little bit of a shithead, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Where he's like being a little bit of a dork as well. But then he has like the super cool like moments where he's like cold and calculated. And then there's like the sweet moments of tragedy. You know what I mean? Like I know that Caleb is not for everybody. I've definitely for sure. I feel like the most like attractive ones are Xavier, Zayne, even Silas to a certain point. But Raphael and Caleb, I definitely think is more of an acquired taste. You know what I mean? You either have a type for this kind of guy or you learn to love him. That's why I want to go to the ride we didn't get to. Caleb is stunned for a moment. A thin veil of darkness appears in his eyes.
So you won't be reminded of that Skyhaven amusement park. Alright.
I enjoy best friends romance a lot. I love friends to lovers as well. That's why I have like a little bit of a you know what I mean? I forgot the word now. A tendency, not a tendency. A bias towards Caleb. That's the word that I was looking for. Caleb carefully tightens his grip around my hand and walks towards the merry-go-round. Guy always take a gander in his light animation. Crazy. A gentle, ethereal melody drifts through the air as the lights of the merry-go-round turn one by one. I sit on a white carousel horse while Caleb takes the black one next to me. You remember the first time we went to that little garden? It was only a broken toy horse lying on the ground.
You looked very disappointed and asked why it couldn't be a merry-go-round.
Then you used your evil to make the toy horse float. You let me sit on it before it spun around.
Unfortunately, I wasn't good at using my evil back then. The horse did one spin before collapsing. You fell.
The horse rises and falls in a steady rhythm, and our gazes meet at the shifting heights. As my white horse slowly rises, I look at him. Caleb, I wanted to ride this because when I think back to those days, everything seems more pure.
What do you mean by pure, exactly? If I could, I'd go back to those days. Two people who met in a shelter. They were growing up together without being so close to each other.
His black horse rises, and our positions are reversed. As he looks at me, a somber fire burns in his gaze.
That's my idea of purity.
As the carousel spins, the colorful horses blur into swirling, indistinct shapes. In the center of my gaze, only his face remains in focus. And you also missed those days when we were with Grandma, didn't you? Why else would you rebuild our old home and try to make everything look the same as it did back then? The music ends. The merry-go-round stops spinning. The black and white horses return to their original positions, and we make eye contact.
Because I keep having nightmares about it being blown up.
The calmer his voice is, the clearer the unconscious sounds he made during this nightmare are in my mind.
I thought the nightmares would stop if I rebuilt our old home.
Caleb. My heart crowds out in pain as if an invisible hand is squeezing it. I jump down from the horse and step forward to embrace Caleb. Oh, you could have told me sooner. I mean, it's not to forget the past, because, memories do matter. Like, make new ones. Caleb freezes, and he slowly wraps his arm around my back. They tighten around me.
I miss the past. I really do. But I want more than that.
If you can't forget the past, I mean, keeping the good memories is important. But if you can't forget the past, then you end up getting stuck to it. Not only can you make good memories, but you also, what is the word that I'm looking for? Keep all the hurt. You know what I mean? The scars only get fade with time. You know what I mean? In his embrace, I look at him. Hey, Shitty. Yeah? It won't be just a pass. Then we go on an adventure.
Yeah. Any adventure we have here will turn into sweet dreams at night. Right?
The hunter's watch suddenly sounds an alarm. The energy source has appeared. Oh? Caleb points at something nearby.
Is that it?
I look at the direction he's pointing and see a tiny paper crane. Its clouds are illuminated by the light as it glides diagonally above the clouds. In this weightless space, it seems carefree as it flies freely. I'm surprised the paper crane is the energy source of a massive place.
Maybe it contains all the wishes and energy of the person who folded it.
Wooden Dad didn't get enough for his birthday. I think he got plenty at his birthday. Hey, let my man wet his biscuit, okay? I mean, wouldn't you? Caked up like Caleb is, you wouldn't want to take a bite out of that? Come on. You know, listen, there's the events that are cute. Stop ruining the cute event, okay? This is supposed to be like cute and romantic, you know? There's events for the thirsty freaks, okay? You got the Catch-22, you got like the Nightly Rendezvous, you got the freaking one where Silas is like tied out to his chair. You know, you got the freak. You got something for the freaks. Let the people that enjoy like a cutesy romance have some too, okay?
Didn't I also use a paper crane to give myself one night at your place?
You promised me 1,000 paper cranes. Don't try to get yourself out of that. He laughs, grabs my hand and pulls me towards the clouds.
Let's deal with your mission first. Then we'll go home so I can continue making them.
Oh. Is that going to be the thing now? No? Still not? If a wonderland where sweet dreams become a reality exists, and our tightly clasped hands as we run and the smile on Caleb's face will appear in my dreams, time and time again. Oh? At the cloudy edge of the amusement park, we catch up to the paper crane. I reach out and it lands in my palm. As I remove its energy, this place will disappear.
You're having second thoughts?
Does anyone want a wonderland to exist for a short period of time? Especially one that offers sweet dreams.
The old garden from our childhood never gave us any nightmares, right?
Reminds me of the Twitter post where it's like, no way, the other fleet soldiers don't have a nickname for Caleb. Look over there, Colonel Cake. How's that going for you? It's been pretty good. It's a really good, like, memory. It's very I think the Silas one was a lot more bitter. I mean, the Caleb one is like it's bittersweet, but the Silas one was a little bit more dramatic. Zayne was just like a cutesy one for once. I pause and turn to look at him. His gaze is bathed in a soft light.
Whether a dream is good or bad depends on the people who appear in them. If you're in every dream I have from now on, it's okay if this place disappears.
It feels like a soft, fluffy clouds have wrapped themselves around my heart. An expense of tenderness protects it as it races with joy. Oh? You gotta resonate. Resonate. Because of our resonance, the energy within the paper crane transforms into countless shimmering particles that slowly flow through our bodies. As they disperse, the clothes that Caleb and I are wearing unexpectedly transform into elegant formal wear. Is this what it feels like to be in a fairy tale? I mean, literally, quite literally, yes. You know? Caleb smiles and pulls me to lie beside him. The clouds part as our bodies sink, and they quickly envelop us.
Then, let's stay in this fairy tale for a while longer.
I raise my hand. My fingertips touch the soft, wispy clouds. The delicate strands dissolve into nothingness. This magical place is slowly fading away. I decide to say the words that have been swirling in my heart for so long. Caleb, an old little garden can transform into a breathtaking wonderland one day. And even if you rebuild an old house and make it look exactly like it did back then, you realize everything inside is new. He raises his hand and slowly intertwines his fingers with mine.
Relationships between people can become something new as well, right?
You keep the relationship alive by having new memories all the time. Only if that's what you want. Killer is being sappy, the love. That's what I'm saying. Killer has a very much like a gap moe kind of like, you know what I mean? Like many different aspects to his personality. The fading clouds pass through our joined hands as midsummer radiant glow set the sky aflame. The person beside me shines as bright as the summer morning sun. Oh, there he goes. Oh?
Let's make this dream even more unforgettable.
They really are just floating in space. Release the paper crane floating and let it drift into deep space.
That paper crane will be lonely if we leave it as is, though.
Gotta make it one more. Wait, we do have one more.
We fold you 1,000 paper cranes when we were kids. What about now?
I mean, don't I have one more? I suppose I could just make one with evil, right? They're so cute together. Oh.
They won't just be in
Oh,
Deepspace.
look at them.
They'll live on in my dreams.
Exactly. Again, make new memories, you know? You have good memories, you have the old memories. There's some bad memories for sure, but, you know. Caleb is being so sappy. He is.
With you.
He is very much like a lovey-dovey couple. As much as they have their moments of like sassiness. Yeah, I lowered the music a little bit. Of course.
Of course.
Oh.
I want to have a place in your heart that's different from before.
I want an adult love.
I want to share every adventure with you in the future. With this new role. Is that okay?
That is a gorgeous suit as well. Goddamn. Oh. Goddamn, these two streams are making me feel very single. Where's my partner? Goddamn it. I mean, just get a hobby. If you wanna meet new people, just get a hobby and, you know, find people with similar interests. Oh. An outside hobby, you know, not an online hobby. I mean, this is literally like marriage. The flying train as well. God damn. Okay.
Want to do something more adventurous?
This is like those. This reminds me of like that really old Christmas movie with the train. You know what I mean? Oh, that is crazy. We are so sappy together. Oh, look at them. This really is like a Disney fairy
Adventures that
tale.
only existed
Polar
in
Express.
dreams have become today's reality.
They're so romantic.
Hold on
The way
tight.
he grabs,
The train is
her
about to leave.
her waist is so romantic. You know? Gotta give him a kiss. Gotta give him a kiss.
Aren't we already doing that? The future
House
is right
castle
now.
wall. That's a gorgeous little thing, isn't it? Oh, beautiful. the nose clips on his face. The nose always clips on their faces, dude. Oh my god. I really hope they never fix this. I really hope they never fix the nose clipping on the Caleb's face. Oh my god, dude. I suppose they never expected to have such a fucking huge nose. After the dreamlike amusement park disappears, the true appearance of the area is revealed. Coincidentally, the small garden had been used to build a real children's playground. Oh. Are we back home? On this afternoon with clear skies, sunlight bathes the small yard. Wearing a bright brimmed straw hat, I crouched down while holding this young sapling. Caleb's shadow falls over me and he holds a shovel. He puts into the soil into the small hole he dug for the sapling.
That's good. Let it go, and we'll see if it stands.
I slowly release the sapling and it doesn't fall. Under the sunlight, its tender green leaf seems to glow. I heard saplings grow incredibly fast. Might be taller when you visit again. What is this like streetwear, Caleb? I like it. It's like very interesting style. Caleb hands me a watering can before picking one for himself. He crouches down beside me to water this little sapling. It's a shame the tall pagoda tree is gone. We used to measure our heights against it.
When you were worried about not growing tall enough, you'd stand under that tree every week. I had to carve a mark for you with my pocket knife.
Caleb sets down the watering can and presses his fist against his lips.
Let me tell you a secret. I was just messing with you when you thought you were growing taller. You couldn't see what
Motherfucker.
I was doing, so I just carved the mark a little higher. You never noticed.
Really, Caleb? At this point, you've been messing with me my whole life.
But you grew taller in the end, right? So it doesn't count.
I toss aside the empty watering can and quite try to tickle Caleb, but he quickly catches my arm. Caleb sits on the ground in the small garden. One hand is propped against the earth, while the other arm is wrapped loosely around me. He tilts his head back to gaze at the sky.
You're right. Too bad the pagoda
Like
tree is
something
gone.
Kid would do. That's very funny,
Could have backed up my story.
isn't it? It's a very sweet little story. What are you guys thinking of the myth so far, Chad? What is your current feelings on this? My hand pauses before resting on Caleb's shoulder. Don't be sad just yet. This little sapling will grow too. It'll witness many things.
Good.
Caleb raises his hand and plays with the necklace I gave him.
We'll wait for it to grow up together.
He has a dog tag and now the little apple necklace as well. It's very precious, isn't it? I like it so too. Very precious little memories. Oh, nice, isn't it? I dig it. I think it's very, very nice. Well, that was Caleb's and Zayne's myths as well. Not myths, sorry. Confused. Kindred memories. Kindled memories. Oh yeah? I like it though. I think Caleb's. They're gorgeous visuals as well. Like all of these memories have been getting better and better, like visually. Like I get that Info is also becoming like a bigger company, making more money with this game. But man, these memories have been getting crazier and crazier, like visually. Like that's like straight up like movie stuff. You know what I mean? No comment. I'm not the biggest fan of this fantasy wedding. It's just too silly for me. I mean, you know, listen, not every story needs to be like super serious. This is kind of more of a silly story, but I like it. I dig it. You know what I mean? Got more of a Disney movie vibe than anything else. But I really fuck with it. You know what I mean? Good, right? Peak cinema. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say like revolutionary cinematic kind of story, but I really like it. I really dig it. You know what I mean? It's like such a sweet little story, basically. I really did it. If only they could optimize the game so it doesn't fucking lag as much. Dude, you can't defend Love and Deepspace from... I mean, I get that it's gorgeous. It truly is like a beautiful game. Like, I can't stress enough how beautiful this game is. But like, dude, I'm playing this on my PC and my PC emulator is chugging. I got a 3070. That's not exactly like peak like graphics card now, for sure. But like, dude. Hey, Adrian, how you doing as well? I really dig it though. Mods, can we change the Twitch category to... I'll do that myself, actually. I'll do it real quick. Don't worry about it. But I really dig it though. What do you guys think? By the way, if you haven't it's your first time watching me, welcome. My name is Kindred Spirit. I'm a voice active variety streamer. I stream all kinds of things, not just Love and Deepspace, but indie games, wacky games. Sometimes we do game shows, activities with other friends as well. I also have a webtoon as well. If you haven't checked it out, it's on Webtoon Canvas. All my YouTube shorts, you can check out the comic dubs as well. And yeah, it's called Kindred Spirits. I got a Patreon, I got a ASMR channel, a YouTube channel as well. If you haven't checked it out already, you've been missing out. Oh, not this one. This is just my stream. You haven't checked it out already? I post Yap videos, comic dubs over there. You should probably follow this one. ASMR is more if you like ASMR. But this one is where I post 90% of my content with the Yap videos, the streams, the comic dubs, right? So go check it out if you haven't already. Join our Patreon if you haven't already. Or if you want to, you can subscribe here on Twitch as well or YouTube. You know? Do support the channel though. It is very... I know that is like... I know that I sometimes forget to mention, but it really is very vital that people support the channel. So if you can, however you can, if it's just like sharing with friends, if you want to drop like a membership or a sub, or you want to hop on the Patreon, again, really make every single person counts. Well, yeah. If only they could optimize the game though. I mean, I feel like it's like a fine balance of like making the game pretty and, you know, playable. I feel like it's gotta like have like a balance between like, because I do think this game is gorgeous. That's why I'm saying like if this game had like a PC version, it would go so hard. But the problem is that like, you know, the game gotta be at least like a little bit playable. It can't be too fucking laggy, isn't it? This is my opinion though, to be fair. That's just my opinion, to be fair. I'll be like me, that's YouTube and Patreon. Well, it's kind of crazy, but it is true, Takino, that you do have Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon. Respect, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Yeah. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Did you get something to eat, something to drink as well? How's your day been going? Tomorrow we got a collab as well. If you haven't checked it out, me, Nova, Chonky, and Shiryu. Shiryu is how you say his name. How's his name again? Shitty. I gotta make sure that I don't say his name right. Yeah, we're gonna be playing Peak. Seems like a very little fun. It's like an indie game that popped off. Seems like a fun little game, and I'm very excited to try it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey Ursula. Oh Ursula, you just got here as soon as you got here at the very end of the stream. How you doing though? It's 11 p.m. After stream, I'm gonna take a shower. I'm desperate need of a shower as well, so I'm definitely gonna be doing that as well. Yeah, probably. I might also just go. I might also go biking as well a little bit, because I haven't exercised yet today, so you know what I mean. There you go. Okay. Take my money. Oh, Taquito, you're too sweet. Like I said before, you're always too sweet to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's kind of it though. Suppose it be how that be, isn't it? I suppose it be how that be. You're handsome in real life too, and your model's pretty. Oh, thank you. I do try to take care of myself, although I'm not like too confident. You know what I mean? If I was more confident, I would take like more pictures of cosplay or anything like that. But you know. Yeah. I blew an all-nighter for some reason today. I also like spent a few days like sleeping late these past few days, because I was like hyped up, focused on working on the 3D model for VR chat, and I kind of lost track of time with that. It just be how that be, isn't it? Just be how that be. Yeah. Gotta keep treading, you know what I mean? It's like the problem when you love your work is that you can never stop working, right? Or you're always focusing on work, so you kind of don't feel like you're working, but then you realize you're super tired and burned out because it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like you're stressing out or working or anything. So you spend like until 3 a.m. working on a model, and then you realize, oh my god, I gotten 6 hours of sleep yesterday. You know what I mean? Been too hot to probably have a rest as well. Hey Bucario, you're so late as well. And Rooney Booty, your model is I'm speechless. Oh, I'll take that as a compliment, my friend. How you doing, though? It's your first time here. Oh, Rooney, but like, we're right about to wrap up the stream. we just played like 2 full memories of Love and Deepspace and like hung out. Got you almost the very end. I guess we're gonna go check out the YouTube channel if you want to like go watch the VOD like from the scratch. But it just arrived right as we were wrapping up. Anyway, though, I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. If you have any suggestions for content or what you would like to see in the stream, I really am down to like do some more VR chat. Because while I don't really hang out in VR chat off stream, I really want to do more events with the community. You know what I mean? Like I want to like hang out with you guys. You know, like even if you guys are shy, just want to come around and like sit down silently. I still enjoy to like spending some time together. You know what I mean? Give me some suggestions if you have any. You can leave it in the comments or the Discord server. And yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for staying with me all the way until the end. It really helps me more than you think to continue support. If you enjoyed the stream or you're on YouTube, go check, leave a like as well. And yeah, I guess we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Don't miss out tomorrow's stream. And I'll be seeing you. Take good care. Have wonderful dreams.